discussion. The first topic is income inequality in India. SBI research counts case of economic recovery in Indian economy. According to Economic Research Department of the State Bank of India, income inequality has declined in India with a higher tax base and a shift in taxpayers from lower income to higher tax bracket. Terming the claims of case-up recovery as a prejudiced and ill-concocted, the report also cited the transition of small farms into large farms and consumption trends being indicative of vanishing inequality. That means inequality in the country is being falling, and more people are shifting to the higher tax bracket. What is case-up recovery? This is called the case-up recovery. This is all like K. Look at this. This is the recession. This is the case-up recovery. Okay. So a case-up recovery occurs when, following a recession, different parts of the economy recover at different rates, times, or magnitude. So recession was there in the COVID period. In the post-COVID period, because the path of different parts of the economy when chaptered together may diverge, resembling the two arms of the Roman letter K. So one will go this way, one may, but all will grow, but in different. So like this, like this, like this. So not in a uniform rate, they will not grow. The growth rate of different sectors will be different. A case-up recovery leads to the changes in the structure of the economy or the broader society as economic outcomes and relations are fundamentally changed before and after the recession. Okay, after the recession, this change will be in different shape. A case-up recovery can reflect creative destruction in an economy which occurs when new technology and industry replace older ones over the course of a recession. It can reflect the public policy response to a recession in terms of monetary and fiscal policy, which can benefit some segment of the economy more than others, leading to income inequality. It can simply reflect the differential impact that the initial recession had on different parts of the economy. Okay, so it can, just reading it again, this can simply reflect the differential impact that the initial recession had on different parts of the economy. Income inequality in India, highlights of the UNDP report. According to the report, Making Our Future, New Direction for Women Development in Asia and the Pacific, amidst rapid growth but persistent disparity, the income distribution has become more skewed in India. Okay, it is more skewed. Okay, so the top 10% of the population get 57% of the national income, and the top 1% get 22%. One of the most unequal income distribution in the world. There are similar gaps in wealth. The top 10% of the population controls 65% of the nation's total wealth. There is growing evidence of a strong rise in wealth inequality, mainly in the post-2000 period. Highlights the SBI report. Between the assessment year 2013, 2014 and 2021-22, about 36.3% of taxpayers have moved from lower income to higher income tax bracket, resulting in 21.3% additional income. The income tax return filed by individual taxpayers earning between 5 to 10 lakhs climbed by 295%, showing a positive trend of migration to a higher range of gross total income. The number of ITR filed by people earning between 10 to 25 lakhs increased by 291%, with the total number of persons filing income increasing to 7.4 crore in 2023 from 7 crore in 2022. Okay, so double. Okay, female. From okay. Okay. Female tax filers are around 15% of the total individual tax filers, with certain states such as Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, and West Bengal having higher share of the female tax filers. That means so more and more females are filing tax return. That means they are earning more than the male members. So the number of female taxpayers are also on an increase, which is a good sign that more and more female are also joining the taxpayers bracket. Okay, so this is also a positive sign. On the share of the taxpayers, on the shares of the taxpayers, okay, in income, the report said that in the financial year 13, the combined income of 23 individual with income of more than 100 crores one was 1.64% of the total income in the financial year of 2013. Even though the number of such individuals increased to 136 in 2021, financial year 21, the share of their combined income fell to 0.77%. Also, 19.5% of the small farms have transitioned into larger farms through MSME value chain integration, and consumption of the bottom 90% of the population has increased by 8.2 lakh crore in the post-pandemic period. That means the income of the the bottom 90% has also increased. Okay, that means so people both in the top and the bottom, their income is increasing in the country. Okay. The report also talk about decline in sales of two-wheelers, and people are substituting two-wheelers with four-wheelers. It will cited consumption numbers from food ordering platforms such as Zomato, calling it as the perfect example of case study to refute the claim that people are facing distress because there is more and more orders are being placed in Zomato and Swiggy, the food aggregators who supply cooked foods. Okay, that means so more and more people are right now ordering for the food delivery. That implies so their economic condition is better, so they are in a position to order food from the food aggregators than cooking the food and taking it. Okay. Conclusion done by the SBI report: growth is seen in all income classes, but its skewness has been decreasing. Okay, so the report said that claims of cash-safe recovery seems flawed, prejudiced, ill-calculated, and fanning interest of selected quarters to whom India remarkable ascendance is quite unpalatable. Income inequality captured through the Gini coefficient, one of the most widely used measure of income inequality of taxable income, has declined significantly from 0.472 to 0.402 during the 2014 to 2022 financial year period. Then the next topic is topic on environmental ecology about the GI tag. Okay, so geographical indication tag. 7 products from Odisha, ranging from the civil park kai chutney made with red Weaver ant to the embroidered Kapada Ganga Sal, have bagged the coveted GI tag, geographical indication tag, in recognition of their exclusivity to the state. In total, 17 products from different states have been allocated the GI tag recently. 17 different products have got the GI tag recently in India. About the GI tag, a geographical indication of GI is a sign used to product that have a specific geographical origin and possesses quality or reputation that are due to their origin. Okay. Geographical indication are part of the intellectual property rights that comes under the Paris Convention for the protection of individual property. Okay. So GI tag comes under the Paris Convention on protection of industrial property. Okay, or IPR. In India, geographical indication registration is administered by the Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999. Geographical indications are typically used for agricultural products. Foodstuffs, wine and spirits, handicrafts, and industrial products. Okay, they are used normally for these products. The geographical indication tag is given. Some of the famous products that have registered GI tag include Darjeeling tea, Kanchipuram silk, then the basmati rice, and the Paschima salts. Okay, so they have been already received the geographical indication tag in India. Once a product has been given the granted the GI tag, it is valid for a period of 10 years. The GI tag is valid for 10 years. However, it can be renewed for another 10 years on completion of the first 10 years. This can be renewed for another 10 years. During the period when the GI tag is valid, no one else can use the tag. So once the GI tag is valid, so no one can use the tag for a product that is not produced in the specific geographical region, because this is given as per the specific geographical region, and once the tag is valid for one particular product, so no one can duplicate it. That means, so there is no scope of duplication. Only this is given to a particular company, a particular product for each product, and this once this remain valid, so this none else will get this in the same period. That is what is being mentioned here. This helps in protecting the interest of the original producers and prevents others from using the tag for their products. So this helps in the protecting, giving protection to the original producer of the tag of the product, so no one can duplicate it. There are many benefits of having the GI tag for a product. Okay, there is many benefits. Firstly, it helps in identifying the geographical products, original products that come from a specific geographical region. Okay, this helps in promoting the product and increasing their demand. Okay, secondly, it helps in protecting the interest of the original product by preventing others from using the GI tag for their products. This helps in maintaining the quality and authenticity of the product, and that is the advantage of GI tag, because so once this is given to a particular product, so no one can duplicate, and its speciality because of its production in a particular geographical location, and this in this context duplication is completely avoided. Thirdly, it helps in promoting the traditional skill and knowledge that are associated with the product production of the product, because so this may be produced by using traditional skill or knowledge. So this is how the product get the protection, because its speciality is because of the particular area where it is, geographical area where it is produced. This helps in preserving the cultural heritage of the region, because so this is geographically located. This is the tag is given on geographical basis. So the preserving the cultural heritage of the region. This helps in preserving the cultural heritage of the region. Then the news summary: 7 products from Odisha have received the coveted geographical indication tag in recognition of their exclusivity to the state. Following are the brief details about the 7 products. What are the products that have got the geographical indication tag? Okay, so first is the Kapada Ganda Sal, woven and embroidered by the women of the Dongriya-Kanda tribe. The Sal reflects the rich tribal heritage of the Dongriya-Kanda, okay, who live in the Niyamgiri hills.
The Dumbriya is a particularly vulnerable tribal group in the Niyamgiri Hills. Okay. Then the Landia Saura paintings. The painting, one of the oldest tribal art form, is also known as the Idital. Okay. The artwork are famous for their beauty, aesthetic rituals associated that association and iconography. Okay. Then the art also belong to the Landia Sora community, a PVTG, or particularly vulnerable tribal group, largely residing in the Raigada district of Odisha. Okay. Then the Koraput Kalajira rice, the black colored rice variety, also known as the Prince of Rice, is famous for its aroma, taste, texture, and nutritional value. Tribal farmers of the Koraput region have preserved the rice variety for around 1000 years. Okay, they preserve it for more than 1000 years. The tribal farmers of the Koraput region, they preserve it for more than 1000 years. In the civil park kai chutney, okay, the chutney made with red weaver ants is a traditional delicacy of the tribal of Odisha Moribhanj districts. The ant are found in the forest of Moribhanj, including the Smilpark forest, Asia's second largest biosphere region. Okay. In the Noyagad Kantemundi brinjal, Noyagad Kantemundi brinjal is known for its prickly thorn on the stem and the whole plant. That is called the Kantemundi brinjal. Okay. So the plant are resistant to major insect and can be grown with minimal pesticides, because this particular product is grown without use of much more pesticide, because brinjal normally is grown using high amount of pesticides, but in this particular variety very less pesticide is used, so it is organically grown. Okay. Then Odisha Khajuri Guda. Odisha's Khajuri Guda or the Jaggery is a natural sweetener extracted from the dead palm tree and has its origin in the Gajapati district. So the dead palm Jaggery of the Gajapati district has also got the GI tag. Traditionally, the jaggery is prepared in the trapezoidal form called the pottery good and is organic by nature. So it is the organic product. Then the Dhenkanal Magji. Dhenkanal Magji is a type of sweet made from cheese from buffalo milk with distinct characteristics in terms of appearance, taste, flavor, shape, and size. It also has unique nutritional value that distinguishes it from other cheese-based sweets. So that's called the Dhenkanal Magji. Then the next topic. So these 7 products from Odisha got the GI tag recently. That is why. So Odisha feel proud that so many products from Odisha are recognized for its geographical specialities, because they originate from specific location and that made them very unique. Then the next is the Chandubi festivals. Recently, the Chandubi festival celebrated along the Chandubi Lake in the state of Assam. So in the Assam state, this was celebrated. It is organized every year for 5 days, starting from the first day of the new year along the Chandubi Lake, which is situated in the state of Assam. The main attraction of the Chandubi festival are the local folk culture, ethnic cuisine, local handloom and dresses, boating, etc. The major aim of the Chandubi festival is to promote ecotourism in its biodiversity hotspots of Assam. Preserving the water body, the water level of which has rapidly been lowering over the years, has been the motive of organizing the festival every year. The festival has been providing an opportunity to generate livelihood to different tribes, the Ravats, the Garos, the Gorkhas and the Tea tribes living in the area by selling different food items and homemade beverages and traditionally woven attire. Key points about the Chanduki Lake. It was created during a massive earthquake in the year 1897. The name Chandubi is derived from 2 words where Chand means 5 and Dubi means sinking in the Kasi language. So the freshwater lake was turned to an economically viable water body that could sustain different community living around the lake. It is very prosperous wetland, and the state has houses numerous species of aquatic flora and fauna. So in this specific water body, the Sky Dew, Israel recently deployed the Sky Dew along the Lebanese border as tension with Hezbollah escalated. So Hezbollah is a militant group in Lebanon. Okay, so Sky Dew is a massive balloon-like structure in the shape of a puffed aircraft. So high altitude observation balloon act as a detection radar blip for small unmanned aircraft and cruise missiles. It is one of the largest aerial threat warning system in the world. The technology has been jointly developed by the Israeli Defense and the US company TCOM. The project has entirely funded by the US Department of Defense. Okay, the US Defense Department has funded this, and it has been deployed in the Israeli-Lebanon border due to the escalating conflict between the Lebanon Hezbollah and the Israeli in the Israel-Hamas war. The Israeli Air Force was handed over the Sky Dew in 2022. The system comprises a blimp capable of flying at high altitude with radar and detection system to scan a wide range of in any direction. The radar on the balloon is capable of observing 250 km and tracking multiple targets, including low altitude one and those in the valley. It can carry 7,000 pounds and has an operational altitude of 10,000 feet. It offers a significant advantage in its ability to remain a surveillance for extended periods without needing fuel or crew replacement, because there is no need to go for this crew replacement or extended things. Okay. Then the peregrine lander. Okay, so so this area also known as the Bay of the Peregrine lunar lander was launched aboard the United Launch Alliance Vulcan rocket to embark on its pioneering journey to explore the moon. So this is designed to carry scientific instruments and other payloads to the moon's surface, especially targeting the Sinus Voscotiga region. This area is also known as the Bay of Stickness, lies adjacent to the Gutherson domes near the Oceanian Perihelion or the Ocean of the Storms. Aim is to locate This aims to locate water molecules on the moon, measure radiation and gases around the lander, and evaluate the lunar exospheres. Okay, the thin layer of gas on the moon surface, that is known as the lunar exosphere. The mission scientific Okay, the mission scientific goal are ambitious to analyze the lunar exospheres, assess the thermal properties and hydrogen content of the lunar regolith, study magnetic field, examine the radiation environment, and test advanced solar array. Okay, Peregrine Mission 1 will transport approximately 10 payloads with a total mass capacity of 90 kg. The scientific payload features cutting-edge instruments such as the laser retroreflector array (LRA), linear energy transfer spectrometer, near-infrared volatile spectrometer system. Okay, then the prospect ion trap mass spectrometer and the neutron spectrometer system. These are the payloads in the mission. Then the composition. Researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology Madras and the Mandi have metabolically engineered a nano-podothesanomina plant cell to increase the production of anti-cancer drug captothecin or CPT. Camptothecin is a important anti-cancer drug, lead molecular for high-value drugs like topotecan and irinotecan. It is a potent topoisomerase 1 inhibitor extracted mainly from the Camptothecin native to Eastern Asia and Natha domicilium native to India. It is majorly produced in the Southeast Asian region, with the plant being largely found only in China and India. This plant is normally found in China and India. However, the conjunction of the climate change and extensive deforestation undertaken for the CPT extraction has pushed these plants into the endangered species category. They have been right now placed in the endangered species category. Okay. Key fact about this: it is an endangered forest plant and disseminated in Sri Lanka, China, Southeast Asia, Taiwan, North Sumatra, then the Luzon, Philippines and India. In India, this plant is prevalent to Western Ghats of Maharashtra, Goa, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and also found in Assam, Jammu and Kashmir. It is native to India and especially found in the Western Ghats regions. The allopathic medicine is produced using the Naphtapodis pneumonia. Okay, so allopathic medicine for the cancer treatment is made or prepared by using this particular plant products. The plant contain camptothecin CPT, which is a renowned anti-cancer drug. The CPT is found in many plant species, but maximum amount of CPT has been reported from the N. pneumonia. It requires nearly 10,000 tons of plant material to extract 1 ton of the CPT. The International Union Okay. The international unit requires nearly 10,000 tons of plant materials to get 1 ton of the CPT. The International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) has red listed the plant as in the past decade alone there has been 20% decline in the plant's population. So, due to the very good source of the CPT, this plant has been explored for its phytochemical, biotechnological, and pharmacological aspect. That's why it became endangered right now. Then the World Heritage Committee, in a historic milestone, India is set to take the reins as the chairman of the UNESCO's World Heritage Committee for the very first time in history since UNESCO was created. It is so about the World Heritage Committee. It is a committee of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. The committee is responsible for the implementation of the World Heritage Convention, defines the use of the World Heritage Fund, and allocates financial assistance upon request from state parties. It has the final say on whether a property is inscribed on the World Heritage List. Okay, so this committee decides. So which heritage sites will be incorporated in the World Heritage Site every year. It examines report on the state of conservation of the inscribed properties And okay, and sky properties on the list of World Heritage in danger. So it consists of representatives from 21 of the states party to the convention enacted in the General Assembly. So the committee members term of is 6 years, but most states parties choose voluntarily to be members of the committee for only 4 years in order to give other states party an opportunity to be on the committee. Although their bylaws say their membership tenure for 6 years, but most of the members opted only for 4 years, so they can give scope to others. Okay, a committee member term is 6 years, but normally they most of the members they continue for 4 years to give another scope to the other members in the group. So Bureau of World Heritage Committee, the bureau consists of 7 state parties elected annually by the committee, a chairperson, 5 vice chairpersons, and a rapporteurs. The Bureau of the committee coordinates the work of the committee and fixes the date, hours, and order of the business meeting. Okay, then coming to the question, briefly explain important provisions of the Forest Right Act. Okay, so briefly explain important provisions of Forest Right Act 2006 and how they can impact the rights of indigenous community and the conservation of forest. The Forest Right Act 2006, also known as the Scheduled Tribe and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Right Act, is a landmark legislation in India that seek to recognize the vast forest rights and occupation in forest land in forest dwelling scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. The act aims to rectify historical injustices done to the forest dwelling communities. Okay, so the Forest Right Act, this is a landmark legislation. So the act aims to rectify historical injustice done to the forest dwelling community and recognize their role in the forest conservation. Important provisions of the act and their impact. Rights of forest dwellers. It recognizes the right of the forest dwelling tribal community and other traditional. Okay, other dwellers of forest rights request which community are dependent for a variety of needs. Okay, variety of needs including livelihood, habitation, and other socio-cultural needs. This has helped to improve the livelihood of forest dwelling community by enabling them to access forest resources for traditional livelihood activities. For example, the Katuyak tribe in the Silent Valley National Park in Kerala have been granted community forest right and has been able to access bamboo resources for making basket and other handicrafts. Rights of self cultivation and habitats. The act encompasses right of self cultivation and habitat, which are usually regarded as individual rights. Community rights such as grazing, fishing, and access to water body in forest habitat. For PBTGs, traditional seasonal resource access for nomadic and pastoral communities. communities. Okay, knowledge, access to biodiversity, community rights and intellectual property, and traditional knowledge, recognition of traditional customary rights and the right to protect, regenerate, conserve and manage any community forest resources for sustainable use. It recognizes the traditional rights of forest dwelling communities, including many indigenous communities, to their ancestral lands and resources. This has helped to secure their rights and livelihood and enable them to have a greater say in the management of forests. The Khasi tribe in Meghalaya, which traditionally practice shifting cultivation and depends on the forest for their livelihood, has been granted community forest right under the Forest Right Act. Conservation and management of forest, it also provides right to the allocation of forest land for developmental purpose to fulfill the basic infrastructural needs uh, of the community, in conjunction with the right to fair compensation and transparency in land acquisition. Rehabilitation and Settlement Act 2013. The Forest Right Act protects the tribal population from eviction without rehabilitation and settlement. So without rehabilitation and settlement, the forest community cannot be their land cannot be taken. The Forest Right Act also enable the forest dwelling communities to play a greater role in the conservation and management of forest. For example, the Soliga tribe in the Baligiri Rangaswamy Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka has been recognized as a community forest right holder under the Forest Right Act. The tribe has implemented a successful community-based forest management model that has helped to reduce deforestation, increase biodiversity, and improve the livelihood of the community. Livelihood of the community, members of the particular community. Then power of the Gram Sabha. The Act further enjoins upon the Gram Sabha the right holders the responsibility of conservation and protection of biodiversity, wildlife, forest, adjoining catchment areas, water sources and other ecological sensitive areas, as well as stopping any destructive practices affecting these resources or the cultural and natural heritage of the tribes. The Gram Sabha is also a highly empowered body under the Forest Right Act. Enabling the tribal population to have a decisive say in the determination of the local policies and schemes impacting them. In the conclusion, so however the implementation However, the implementation of the Act has been challenging due to the slow pace of recognition of the forest right and the lack of awareness and capacity among the forest dwelling communities. To exercise their rights, to address these challenges, efforts are needed to increase awareness and capacity among the forest dwelling communities and to address conflicts between the different stakeholders over the land use and resource extraction. Then come to that MCQs with reference to UNESCO World Heritage Committee. Consider the statement: India is going to chair the UNESCO World Heritage Committee in 2021, right? So the committee has the final say on whether a property is inscribed on the World Heritage List by UNESCO. The World Heritage Committee meets once a year, so all the 3 year correct year. With reference to the SEBI, consider the following statement: Security and Exchange Board of India was established by an executive order of the Cabinet in 1998. That is right. No, it's not the year. So prior to this, the function of SEBI includes registration, regulation, and supervision of the intermediary operating in the security market. 2 is correct. Incorrect is 1. So the year is not incorrect. Island Kiltan, Chetlat, and Kalpeni have been used. So they are located in the Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep. In the context of economic K-shaped growth recovery means, so when different sector of the economy recover at starkly different rates, it is known as K-shaped recovery that normally takes place after the recession. Consider the following statement with reference to the Lunar Gateway Station. It will be first space station that will orbit the moon. Okay, then it will support the long-term exploration of the moon and research the deep space. Okay, here both 1 and 2 are correct. Then coming to question number 6, a D4 system has been deployed by the Defense Development Organization. It is a anti-drone system. Answer is B. Then coming to the next question 7, consider the following statement. The Inland Waterway Development Council is organized by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, Government of India. So that is incorrect. The Jalmarg Vikas project was launched for the development of the Ganga Bhagirathi Hooghly river system. So 2 is correct. Excuse me. The Kuki and the Zomi tribes are ethnic community of Manipur. Manipur, yes, they are the ethnic tribes of Manipur. Kuki and Zomi tribes are the only particularly vulnerable tribe in the state of Manipur, so there are other also. Okay, so only 1 is correct. Then consider the following basins of India: the Kaveri, Godavari, Assam, Arkan Belt, Mumbai offshore, and Kambe. So how many of these mentioned basins are known for producing oil and natural gas? All the 4 have gas potentiality. Digital Advisory and Trade Assistance Fund, Data Fund, will help country to adopt policy and regulation that enhance trust in digital market. It is a pilot program of the World Bank or IBRD.